All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Capital live stream here. It's just past 9 o'clock a.m. here on Mountain Time on June 30th, 2025, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Time. We have seen the Nasdaq up 0.17%, Dow is up 0.27%, S&P 0.16%. Volume are near flat for both of them, which is very interesting because that means one of them is could be close positive for the day. We'll see. In terms of stocks in the move, we are seeing strong movement in the stocks right now. So that's another plus for the growth stocks. So let me just jump to the chart for the index first. Uh, we talk about this on the weekend, which is all the index, well, Nasdaq and S&P both make new highs. And for QQQ, it already came out quite a while ago, like a few days before that, earlier in the week. And right now, it's continue the run here on a Monday morning. We'll see if it can hold. It hasn't make new high this morning, so that's the challenge right there. But if it does fall back, then we will close the gap this morning on the gap up. Yeah, so that could happen. So just be mindful of that. But the trend looks really good. This is the trend right now. It's pretty, it's not quite 45-degree angle, but it looks pretty good still, right? At least for the 10-day moving average. Let's go to SPY here. SPY also broke out last Friday here. Today again followed through there. This one looks pretty strong to the slope here. So both of them are doing really well. Let's just go to Dow Jones as well on the ETF side. This one is this one is really strong. It's the slope is much stronger, and you can see right there. So this one has quite a bit to catch up to the previous high versus the other two index. So that also interesting. And let's go to IWM Russell. We have Russell here at the 200-day line here. It tried to come out on Friday, but it kind of pulled back. And today it hasn't moved much. That is very interesting. So we have found some resistance here at this level for Russell. Um, we'll see if we can close high today. But looks like right now, again, you can see the range here. It's more on the downs on the bottom half here right now. So we'll see if it can challenge the highs or whether it breaks down to the low. So still very early in the morning. Yeah, but right now, in terms of stocks on the move, so the other thing before I go to that, the other thing I want to note, let's just jump to in a way the IBD ETF, because something that happened on Friday was that it actually didn't close back up where most of the index did close back up. But today, look at that, we were able to gap up and make a new high. So the trend continues. So Friday's even though it didn't close near the spot upper half of the range, um, it turns out that today it was able to gap up and continue that trend. So here's the gap up. So I think overall, like I say, index are healthy, growth stocks are healthy. So yeah, if there's buying opportunities, probably it's definitely time to put more money to work. Now the only problem is a lot of stocks are extended, and this morning we'll see some that are really extended right now. So that's the only problem, right? Yeah. So going to stocks on the move, let me just quickly recap what's on the screen right here, and then we'll go to my Excel because that's a little bit more. There's more stocks there that we can look at. Um, I don't know why this screen is not loading properly right now. Let me try again. Yeah, there's something wrong with the screen right now. Let me go to, yeah, there's something wrong here. It's not loading. Uh, Let me try a new fresh page. Yeah, it's having an issue. That's okay. We'll come back to it. But really, I already checked most of the stocks on my list, so it's not a problem. So we'll start from the top here. We have AVGO. So let me jump to that right now. AVGO. So the big caps were doing really well, like the chip makers. Here's a high handle breakout right here, high handle, and then look at this run here, and the 10-day the slope looks really healthy, 45 degrees. And today it continued. So on Friday you see that even though it was down, it kind of just went sideways, right? It didn't close down that much. And then today we gap up and follow through. Let's look at the intraday. So here's the gap up, and then we found support very fast, and then we tried to test it. It didn't come down far enough to test it. Now it's moving back up. um yeah, still early in the morning, anything could happen. As I mentioned, the index are trading in a very tight range today after the gap up. Can it go higher? That's what we want to see. Or will they break down, right? That's again, those are the dilemma right there. Most stocks are extended. This one is not too crazy extension, right? But it is extended. And the breakout point is probably like right here. Um, and usually within the first 2 days is where I don't usually hesitate buying, but now we are in the fifth day, right? So a little bit extended right now, but it's not too bad. Like I said, we're gonna see some examples that are quite extended right now. So that's AVGO KD. So this one tried to break out right here, but it kind of fell back at the end of the day. Then it bounced back again. Then it pulled back once more, and then today it's trying to run again. So whether you believe this will break out, that's another thing, right? But the 10-day is sloping up now, so maybe that's a good news. Here's live 360. It's been on a very um, it's been consolidating, and um, this is the lows here. We tested it and tested it here again, and here we finally came out. So it's moving strong right now. So we'll see if it breaks out to new high. I think it's pretty close. 65 something would be a new high. So yeah, okay. So here's one that is ranked number 4 on my list. Uh, MGNI McKnight. So it was going up really, really, kind of nice here. This was the last bounce of the 10-day, and then it start bouncing off that, and it didn't go on to come down. Even this day right here, it kind of dropped, but then it bounced back and closed a new high, their recent high, and then here's a breakout zone from the traditional buy point, like, and then it just basically take off. Very powerful day. Again, this is quite extended right now. Not only we have the gap up, and then we have powerful buying after the gap up, and then here's the continuous support and just buying accumulation. And yeah, today's volume is like 300% right now. Incredible strength. Um, yeah, I mean this is a $20 something stock, but it's been trading tighter than many stocks, surprisingly. Um, and yeah, it's definitely extended, right? This is very extended now. So if you miss this, it's kind of hard to get in right now until we find some stability. As the 10-day come up, it might try to come back down and meet that line. Then we have Palantir suffered a big drop on Friday. I don't know if there's any news. I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if you do, yeah, make a comment if you know about it. But today's bounce, I mean, it's good. It gap up, but it's after a big drop, right? And then now we finally support the 10-day. So the downtrend is still intact. Yeah, I will be very cautious. I'm not going to jump back in anytime soon. But it looks like it's having trouble right now to come back above the upper channel line here. So that's something to watch out for. Next we have Reddit. Again, Reddit gap up right here, and then it's finding support. Like the lows here, you can see it's making higher lows on all the down days here. And today we're trying to make new highs again, 7% now. So we're trying to make new highs. This is it doesn't move up nicely. Like the range of trade, like daily trading, is quite high, right? So intraday you will see that it usually undercut the previous day's low here. Same thing here. You can see that happen quite a bit. But right now it's strong. Right now it's moving really strong. That's Reddit. We have way here. It's not ranked that high. I think 270. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it's not ranked very high. Cabana. So some of these stocks have, like I said, consolidate recently. It's trying to come out right now. Today it came out, but now it's pulling back, right? But if we can hold today, that'll be a good movement. Look at the intraday low. It might test that low here. So definitely this one has been lagging a little bit. You can see the relative strength line hasn't gone, upward too much at all. So that's the problem with that one. But if it holds today, that might be a good entry point. Dash. This one is looking very nice right now. We have this nice tight consolidation here. Right, and then we have this run, and then now we have this really nice run. Again, any stocks that doesn't want to touch the 10-day, I really pay attention. This is a good example of that. So now does it look extended a little bit? Yeah, a little bit extended. So that's, again, many stocks are extended right now. So you know the other thing I think I didn't mention earlier. Let me go back to QQQ. We are on 5-day run. If you count today, it will be 6-day run. So this was last week. Like every day last week was up for the Nasdaq. So generally 5-6 days are usually, like this was the last time we had 5-6 days here. Generally they do pull back after, so don't be surprised by that. So I just want to bring that up because, again, stocks are extended. If you try to chase them too much, you could be punished, at least short term. But yeah, like I always hear IBD talk about mental health buy. You let the stock run away from you and you never got in any position. So, and then you get really frustrated. So one way to deal with that is what they call a mental health buy. It's that you buy a really small position just so that, hey, you know what, I own this stock, even though, like, might be 10% or 20% of, like, usually your position size. But that gives you a mental health buy, and that you're watching it. So if it does pull back more, it gives you, you're watching it. So then you will actually, like, have the chance to buy more position at that time. So anyhow, so that's what's happening to lots of stocks right now. They're really extended. So if you want a mental health buy, you can buy very little just so that it's on your list, on your portfolio, and you can monitor it. Dash is definitely starting to run away. You can see it's, like I said, it's starting to accelerate a little bit. So it could be like MGNI, or or even another stock I'll talk about in a second here, that's running away really fast. So you don't know when those days come, where they can ride almost 10% in one day. So here's RCL. RCL did that recently. You see this 2 days, push really strong. And so it really accelerated, and now it's quite extended. It is quite extended. But look at today. Even after the 2 days push, it didn't give up much today. This is incredible. Like, I mean, so we'll see. I mean, it's still early in the day, but this is exactly what you want to see after it runs up. It just doesn't want to give back much. Like, people aren't running to the gate and taking their profit. And this is a good example of that. I mean, look at this volume. And I talk about when you see the highest volume, that's usually a sell signal on after it run up. Um, but we're not seeing that today, so that's very interesting. But again, still early in the day. We'll see. So that's another one that has run up recently. SCI having a little bit trouble coming up, moving, but but it's a watch potential. Like it's been consolidating. So that's another thing I noticed today. Like Live, CVNA, those two stocks, it's been has been consolidating, and they're trying to move out today. So this is another one that's consolidating. Maybe it'll move out soon. I don't know. ENSG in the health side, not very high ranking. HAMS is still trying to come back up, but let me just quickly show the chart here. Yeah, we took that huge dumbbell, 1 day dumbbell. Again, it's not coming up much, right? Just like Palantir, both of them are kind of, they drop a lot and then they bounce back, but they just couldn't cross that 10-day decisively. So that's something we want to make sure when they drop hard, and then when they bounce back to the 10-day, you know, it could be a trap, is what I'm trying to say here. So just watch them. I wouldn't jump back in that fast. Um, and we don't have much in the commodity side. On the financial side, we're seeing strength. Again, the strongest group sector right now, surprisingly. Um, and look at Citigroup. Look at this run. I mean, this is incredible. Like for a large company, um, it's 84.74. So it broke out today from traditional buy point. And yeah, I mean, it could pull back anytime soon, but it's showing lots of strength right now. Let's go to CISO. So this is one stock that really is kind of taking off really strong right now. Like it's accelerating. You draw the channel line at the bottom. It's really accelerating. Even the 10-day is sloping like 60-degree angle. So I mean, if you didn't catch it, it's kind of hard to get in right now because they're quite extended. I mean, you draw the extension here from the 10-day. This is a really big gap, right? I mean, I don't think we've seen that. Maybe the last time we saw it was kind of like right here when it first broke out. Uh, you know, so, but when it breaks out, you sometimes those will work if there's accumulation happening and you see the ants here. So that's like, high volume accumulation right there. But at the end of the run, you usually see the 1 or 2 day spike, like really strong, like kind of like MGNI doing it right now. Um, and it's hard to, you should be probably doing some offensive selling, or at least some, like, some defensive selling at the gap low here, stuff like that, just to take some profit, because they could fall back very fast too. So that's just something to watch out for. TW is not ranked very high. Upstart, another strong financial stock. Like all the fintechs are doing really well. CISO here continue to run. Oops. Uh, So it's check my short here, SR, in my position here, CRSR. Um, Here's the recent breakout zone, and it's making new high again today. Upstart, very strong. Look at this gap up. It's coming back though. So we'll see if the market can hold today. Because if it doesn't hold, I think a lot of them will come back and test the gap, in the morning lows. So that could be happening. And Monday, right? Monday gap up are always, not an easy thing, because usually they tend to reverse just to, so beware. But yeah, so this was previous high. This is the gap low, intraday low today. It could easily come back and test it. But the fact that it make new highs is very promising. So that's Upstart. There's a few other ones. This one is looking pretty nice too. And then SoFi. Oh, today it make huge move. This is a stock that I was shaking out right here. Unfortunately, I never bought back in. So it happens, but if you have it, that's great. Look at this. This is parabolic move right now. It broke out today. Yeah, very extended. I mean, very extended. Again, um, for for those 1 day, 2 day move that really extended, what do you do? If I have this stock, again, I would at least set my minimum intraday low as a stop here. or even like second level right here. Like, you can position it differently to have some sell at this level, some sell at this level, and obviously, if it comes all the way back down, you can have the previous low from last day as well. Just to protect your gains, yeah, like this, because when there has parabolic move, they tend to sometimes, the 10-day will catch up and then it will settle right here, and that's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. And then it will bounce off the 10-day or come close to it. But or you could have a very big reversal day tomorrow, like, we've seen that. And yeah, and then it could give up all your gains in like one day very fast. Um, let's look at some like really high profile stock like Circle. This is a good example of that. Like, I'm trying to see where's the 10-day here. So like for example, right here, this is the gap. So that's pretty big gap here for the 10-day. And then from here to here, that was the gap, right? So that's even bigger. And then by the third day gap up or movement, again, that is a huge gap. So that is a huge gap. And then now it came back really fast, right? So this is what I'm talking about. It give back, depending what, if you do get in here, you're probably late. And that 3-day move here is substantial, but at the same time, if you got in, look, you're under the water now. If you got in the last 2 days instead of the first day here, and depending where you get on the first day, you also could be down underwater too. So, of course, this is a little bit different because this is a very speculative stock. There's no earnings on this one, and yeah, I mean, I mean, sorry. I mean, there is earnings. You can see here. It's going to grow, but I'm just saying, like, when they go up so fast, extended, that's what happens. So just be mindful of that. But we're seeing some, like I said, today. Again, for those missed earlier few minutes here, MGNI took off right here, and then we saw CISO, and yeah, I don't like seeing that because usually when you have parabolic move, that's usually near the end of the run. Um, but at the same time, like, 14% gain today. What else do you want, right? Like, I mean, it could go up even more tomorrow, but yeah, it's time to think about profit taking in this kind of moves. But overall, the market is very healthy. Let me just look at NVIDIA quickly. It's trading really tight today. Um, after the breakout recently. So a lot of stocks are trading at the bottom of the range, I noticed. So of the today's range. So I don't like seeing that. If I go back to QQQ, it's doing that right now, right? But at the same time, it hasn't break the low yet. So we'll see what happens today. But again, like I said, don't chase stocks because usually you get punished. The TSM is not is trading at the bottom range as well. AVGO, we talked about this earlier. This one is trading more in the upper range. So yeah, so look at that from that perspective. If your stock relatively is at least at this moment is trading at the bottom of the range, then you know like I said, I usually will sell some at the lows of the day, just to um that because I do swing trading, right? But for some of you who do longer term trading, you can hold it. Like, there's nothing wrong. The 10 days is probably your defense line. um, but I do trade in and out quite often. So yeah, so overall, again, let me go back to the index here. Um, it's coming back down. Nasdaq is, again, still at 0.1 something percent. And let me just look at the screen here. If anything new show up, we have right error here. That's not on this morning. Yeah, no, that's it. Like, volume is still really high. That's the good thing. So again, probably the biggest the one thing that I was a little bit worried about over the weekend was how, in the way, the IBD 50 closed on Friday. It was closing near the bottom of the range, but today we're able to make new high. That is really positive. So market strength continue to be strong. we're at about 60% growth stocks uptrend right now, which is not super bullish, but it's also not that weak, right? So 60%, when it gets to near 80%, that's when everything's quite bullish. So you still have some stocks that are consolidating and trying to move out, but 60% is not bad. Like more than half the stocks are on uptrend right now. And then new highs are not bad either with 80 or 350 stocks. So a quarter of them, uh, is that right? Yeah, about a quarter, slightly less than a quarter, are making new highs right now. So overall, the market health trend is healthy. Probably the other big thing that happened last week, not only did the index move up 5 days in a row, but like we didn't see distribution days. This broke the trend because we've been seeing distribution days for 5 weeks in a row, and last week we didn't see any. And also because of due to time, the distribution days drop off. So now it's only one on Nasdaq and five on S&P. So still high on S&P, but it's gonna see as time progresses, maybe one or two will fall off. But it's still like because how we have so many distribution days, even the 3 weeks before, it's going to take some time for the rest to drop off. So unless we go through another 2 weeks without distribution days, then some of this will drop off. But we could be seeing some pullback here coming because, like I said, when you have 5 6 days market move up, they tend to pull back after. So thank you for watching. Have yourself a very good day, and see you again tomorrow. Please like and subscribe and comment as well. Thank you.